Okay, so PK Comic 411 said that I should do Aquaman scale mail, like total scale mail, and wanted to hear my thoughts as I do it. So I recorded a time lapse of me drawing on Clip Studio. I've never done it before, so it was a new thing for me, and now I'm doing a voiceover. So this is like a sped up time lapse, not my like full or normal speed of drawing. I wish I could draw that fast. um, but yeah, I forgot to start recording until the start of what you saw in the video. Um, but yeah, I just looked up some pictures of Paul Pelletier's Aquaman and used that as reference and just did a bunch of views over and over and over again. Um, I thought that it looked really nice when they weren't perfectly like in order, when it wasn't just straight line, straight line, straight line, or perfectly diagonal or anything like that. I thought it looked really good when it was a little bit more organic looking, to have it be a bit messy. I like things to be a little bit messy usually instead of like perfectly clean. So I went with that. And then I also did like a bit of harsher shading than I usually do on the parts with the scales, because they did kind of obscure the normal shading I would normally do. And then another thing that I thought of while I did it was, how much do I want to have it like conform to the shape of his body? How much do I want to have it like change direction? And once I get to like doing his stomach and his abs, it was like, how much do I want it to show a noticeable like line between like his six pack abs and then like the rest of his torso. So that was something I thought about, was like, how much do I want to pay attention to that detail there? Because like you can have that contrast in how you draw it, but also once you go in and add shading, that does a lot of the work for you. And those are, decisions that you have to make, is how much detail do I want to draw in versus how much do I want to be shaded. Sometimes detail is choosing not to do something, and that's just as effective as choosing to include something. Yeah, it's just a bunch of views, and it kept like I had to keep like, I guess, zooming out and looking at the views I had already done to make sure that they were around the same size and not too big or too small, because I definitely found myself slipping into drawing them too big or too small in some spots. So yeah, there's all the scales, and then the shading helps a lot. It was very fun to do the shading on this one because I got to kind of go ham. And then I'm drawing his face, and I had a bit of a conundrum with his lips because I made his lips look really pouty at first. And I was like, how cunty do I want him to be? And I settled on what I settled on. Yeah, I guess I accidentally made them look really fierce. And then, yeah, for his hair, I was like, I don't know what hair I want to do, because sometimes he has long hair. But I was like, I'll just go with how Paul drew it, is my choice. And yeah, it was pointed out to me that it looks like he's stabbing the ducks, and I want to make it clear he has no ill will towards the ducks. We love the ducks. It's just that that's how it was laid out when I drew it. And you can also see, like, the way that I do stuff now is I have a bit of a base layer to rough out the proportions, and then I draw on another layer on top of it, and you can kind of see that, and then I get rid of it later. And there's his hair, and then very soon I'm gonna use the button to make his torso smaller and his head bigger. And there it is! Thanks for watching, and thanks for the suggestion.